I'm going to show you how to fold this pushchair now. So it does take a little bit more thought than other pushchairs in that you need to have things in the correct position before you can fold it. So you'll need to have the seat upright. You'll need to make sure that you've pushed the hood back, and you also need to apply the brake down here. And then what you will do is you'll release these grey clasps that are onto the frame. If you see here, we're just releasing them both on either side, and then that's going to mean that the frame can now move. And we're going to use this little red part here. Can you see it's hooked in here? So it's keeping everything in place. And we're going to push this down, and what that's going to allow the frame to do is to collapse. So if you pull on that, and then you can see there, the frame collapses, and this is your fold position. So you can clearly see with the wheels on, you would need an awful lot of space to store this, and you would need a very good size boot to fit it in. However, what you could do if you wanted to is to release all three of the wheels to make it easier for you to store. So to release the rear wheels, there's this little red button here, which you would just pull up, and then that releases the wheel for you. It's so simple to do and quick. And then obviously we'll just slot it back in. And this front wheel, all you would need to do is to unlock it, and then it would move the bolt, and then it would just release. And you can see there, if we take all these wheels off, I'll give you a good idea of how much more space it's going to give you to release the wheels. Then at this point you can see that will be really easy to store, and it will fit into, I reckon, any car boot as well. Also worth noting that without the wheels on, it's really light, so you're going to have no problems lifting that up into the boot. And then what you would do is obviously carefully pop those wheels in to the boot however you can, and you do need to be careful with them because you don't want to damage them when you're moving them on and off. But there you go, that would be a much easier way of getting it in and out of your boot, and of course storing it at home if you don't have a lot of space. Right, so we'll get these wheels back on. So front wheel, get that in place, make sure that our brake from the handlebar is going to be on the wheel. Put it in, fasten up those bolts on one side, and then you can lock it into place. There we go. And as I showed you just a moment ago, the rear wheels, so easy, they just pop back into position. Okay, and then we can bring the buggy back up. So using a handlebar, it will then clip back into place. You can see here, this little mechanism is back in place, and then you just push these back down, and that keeps it all nice and secure.